Begin the meeting with a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming. Let's do we need to set a public hearing for the Sagaponic Realty LLC subdivision proposed.
Can I interrupt just for 1 second? I'm
please.
sorry, it's a little
Yes.
formality here. Joining us via Zoom today is Mark Landis, as he has an extenuating circumstances, so he is able to participate via Zoom with you today. And vote, yes,
Yeah.
actively and be involved in the meeting. And the other thing is that there is a representative for Sagaponic Realty in the audience, just so that you know.
Do you need to come up and do a song and dance?
Not unless the board has any questions for me. Can you have the?
Come on up and introduce
Sure.
yourself, John. Might as well. Since you're here.
Good afternoon, Mayor, members of the board. John Workman of Greenberg Trowery, 2317 Montauk Highway in Bridgehampton, on behalf of Brian Doyle, who's a special master for this application. I'm sure the board is well aware of this application and our most recent submission of January of this year. Just to get you up to speed, there was a hearing on a ZBA variance on June 12th, and we are waiting for the decision on that. And that is our current posture with this application.
And John, just to clarify, I don't believe there are any issues brought up at that ZBA meeting for the board to take into consideration.
None to my knowledge. No.
Okay.
So I'm here if the board has any questions.
Questions, anyone? No? Very good. Okay. Make a resolution to set a public hearing for the proposed subdivision Sagaponic Realty LLC at 451 Daniels Lane.
Just to clarify, that public hearing is for the pre-application for this.
Right, and that'll take place on July 15th at 3 p.m. at Village Hall.
Mhm.
Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Your job is done. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Next up is you, wildlife.
Okay, you don't already know me. My name is Sean Rochette, and I've been managing the Sagaponic Deer Management Program for 9 years now, coming up on a decade. And the whole idea is I'm going to make this quick and painless. I'm going to try to give you the results, let you know any major changes that happened this year, and kind of a plan of what's happening for the future. What I'd like to kind of bring up really quickly is, obviously it's about the deer, but what Rody and I learned is more about the residents than anything else. And people are getting to know who we are and what they need us for. And we're getting a lot of questions on, even if they're not part of the program, obviously they're a resident of Sagaponic, and at some point part of their, tax may go to this, and we're available for them. So this year we had deer caught between fences up on, I guess it was up in Greenleaf, and we took care of that. We have very often deer that are hit by cars or die of natural causes that are in backyards. They call Rody. Rody calls me. Anytime during the season, I have someone in the area that we can take care of it. Basically, what we do is we get it out to a public road, and the DOT comes and picks it up. Or, my guys will take it to the garbage dump, and we get it out of your hair, out of your problem, without having you guys pay for it. But other than that, there'll be often other hunters that aren't part of the program that will set up equipment in people's on people's property that they didn't know was someone's property. It's technically not illegal because there wasn't posted signs there. But a homeowner will come home and see hunting equipment, call us and say, is it yours? Obviously, it's not ours. We get permission from everybody that we hunt on the property for. So Rody and I have decided that if there's equipment, we look to see whose it might be. If not, we take it down. We'll store it for a short period of time, then turn it over to the DEC. That's happened to us this year. And seeing the stress and anxiety that some of the residents are going through, not knowing what to do with these, tree stands or a dead deer in their backyard, don't be afraid to share the information with them. We're happy to respond, and it's fairly easy for us to do.
Thank you.
That's a part of the program you don't often see, but Rody and I deal with it.
How many instances did you have this year then?
Of
Where?
I would say more than a dozen.
Really?
Of stands? No,
Of
not the stands.
of the deer that get hit by cars,
Oh.
of people that
I'm
have
talking about illegal stands, not illegal, but.
right. There's one that we had to deal with. I see old stands all the time that have been, somewhere for many, many years. The homeowners don't even know about. And I don't even have to get really involved in that. I see it. It looks dangerous. It's all rotted out. I cut it. I see you on Daniels. People have been hunting here for 50 years. And there's old equipment in the woods all over the place. So I'm constantly taking it out. I probably took about 10 or 12 of those out this year. But as far as a real complaint, Rody and I had one that was going on for about a week. And finally I said, I'm going to go get it. And what I did is I did contact other, I wouldn't call them hunt groups, but other groups of guys that are out here. And I asked them if it was their equipment. They all said no. So we removed it, and the homeowner was happy. It didn't
What's
cost.
the equipment? What is the equipment?
It looks like a ladder that has a platform on it that would lean against the tree.
Tree stand. Yeah.
It's a tree stand. It's a tree stand. You might look at it and say, not quite sure what it is, but it shouldn't be there. So we handle all of that free of charge, part of the program. Again, we've been doing this for almost a decade, and I wrote a kind of a definition of what the program is. I get a lot of people asking me, well, what is it? What it really is a culmination of data. We have almost 10 years of data of how many deer are here, how many deer have been taken, and what it's going to look like over time. And we're able to see, the population stabilizing now. We're seeing the population shift around. Last year it was on Daniels. This year it was north of Hedges, the main body of the deer population. And we were able to address it. So next year it might be somewhere else, depending on the construction, depending on, who's out here and who's not. But we haven't had a problem accessing the deer. And, again, this year it was mainly between Parsonage and Hedges, the big Cox field over there. And we probably took more than 30 deer out of that field. And that was the same deer that were on Daniels on 5/11. So those deer shifted, we were able to handle that problem. If you see it, you have complaints, let me know about it. And we can move hunters, stands, within a week to address those situations.
Great.
Okay, let's kind of skip right down to the results section. Everything else is pretty much the same except for a definition there. If you have a need to let anybody know what it is. This kind of shows you what the sightings per hour. All that basically is how many deer we see per hour, and that gives you a matrix of how many deer there are in an area. They do infrared, they do all kinds of different things. This is the most accurate. And as far as I know, in the state, we get the best data of any managed area. So if people ask you what's happening, you can look at this and see exactly what's happening in our area. Okay. As far as there's another chart here, this will give you a breakdown of where we took the deer, how many deer have been taken, and given the amount of time we hunt, it's pretty much between 100 and 150 deer we take out. And what that is basically a certain number of does, a certain number of bucks, and we make sure that the hunters follow the program. And we're looking at over 200 hunters that we use in this area. They're all trained, they're all documented, and we know when they're in the woods and we know when they're out of the woods. So you kind of have a private group that is managed by myself and Rody. And if anybody has questions, we know their name, license plate, driver's license, hunting license. We know who they are within 7 minutes of a phone call.
John, I just want to stop you for 1 second.
Sure.
Even though you have 200 hunters in the program, you're not going to see 200 hunters in the field at one time. So how many hunters do you have out in the field?
Okay, at any given time, 20 hunters would be a lot. What typically happens is because of the wind direction, if it's a north wind, only half of the properties are usable because the deer will smell you. So at any given time, there might be 20 hunters in all of Sacaponic archery hunting from, North Sacaponic all the way down to the beach. So, and usually the parking spots are designated, and usually they're on a private property approved by the homeowner. So you won't even know that it's a hunter, except if you look at the license plate and call me, and I'll say, okay, that's Joe Stevenson, and he's there, and the homeowner gave us permission. Here's the text to show that that's the case.
Wow.
Then you also contact each property owner before you place somebody on there.
Most property owners like to be texted to say, we're coming, this is the person's name, and this is what the vehicle looks like. Over time, I would say 25% of them have said, we know who you are, John, we know that you parked there, we know it's one of your guys, have at it, go take care of it for us. So if some other people like to be emailed or notified 24 hours in advance, that's fine too. I can look at the wind, I can look at the weather, I know where we're gonna be for the week, and I'll let anybody know ahead of time. It's about the residents and whatever they want, particularly for their property. I do.
What percentage of Sacaponic is involved with your?
I would say probably a little less than 20%, I would say. And it shifts, and I have this in the report, as properties sell, as one neighbor finds out another neighbor's involved, and they find out and they get added to the property.
Or
removed. I don't chase every property every year. I look at where the deer are, and I'll give Rhodey a list of properties and say, this is what we need. And that'll change, we'll probably have 5 different major conversations between September and January on that. And then we do a February through April nuisance program, which shifts completely. We have to have signatures for it.
Yeah.
We don't need signatures for the standard season, but the nuisance season, I need signatures for. So we know in August, I'll come in, we'll do our planning. We'll do another planning in November. In January, the paperwork has to be prepared for the DEC. So again, over the past almost 10 years, we're just a well-oiled machine now.
And what are your timeframes?
Okay, for regular season starts October 1st through January 31st. Nuisance season starts February 1st, and we stop hunting in Sacaponic on April 30th. I keep the permit open all year. So if a deer gets caught in a fence right now, I'll get a phone call, and I don't need to call the DEC. I don't need to wait for police.
Yeah.
I can go humanely dispatch the deer and take it out of there, put a tag on it, and we don't have to wait.
And this is all bow?
It's all
No.
It's my program is technically all bow based on insurance. Sacaponic has shotgun hunting through the town of Southampton. So what we do is we facilitate by getting the farmer's signature, and we speed up that process.
Yeah.
And we also choose from the Sagaponer's hunters that have already been vetted for that program. Because shotguns are obviously a little more, you have to be more careful with them. Yeah. We pick the most experienced individuals, and we keep it to about 10, I would say, for shotgun. If someone else has a private property and they want a shotgun hunter, there's people on Bridge Lane that choose their own hunters. They have to go to the town of Southampton, get their own permits, and deal with them themselves. But they're not going to be as efficient as Rudy and I are, and the DEC responds to us, quicker than other groups would.
I have one correction for you on page 11.
Okay.
It's Montauk Highway, not Sunrise Highway, between Bridgehampton and Wainscott.
Stand correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So
does more things.
Other than that, it's pretty, it's pretty set forward. It's more of a, people asked us this year what we did. It is more of a scientific study than it is anything else, and I keep that data. So I have much deeper data than you see in the report. So if you ever need it, and we ever need to sit with a biologist, I have backing on everything that you see in these reports. We typically don't get into it, but if you ever need it,
Thank you.
On an ongoing basis, our population keeps
being supplemented by migration into us? I mean, around us, no one else is controlling deer.
No, Bridgehampton and Waynescott do not have deer management programs because you have to be an incorporated village
Right.
or a homeowners association to be able to get permits through the DEC. So you may want to as an individual, but you won't get those permits. Or if you're a farmer and have a crop in the
What
field.
about through the town?
Now, the town of Southampton wouldn't have a nuisance permit for the whole town. Because you have to get signed documentation from individuals.
Well, I
So the
meant
town,
East Hampton.
East Hampton Village can get it. East Hampton Town, I've been getting a lot of phone calls about East Hampton Town and questions on how they need to deal with things. It's so large and so broken up, one program wouldn't work because of the size of, if you look at Springs and Montauk, they operate completely different. It wouldn't work.
And just to refresh your memory, what John and I do in August, we send out the letter to every single property owner and ask them, you know, to continue in the program or to join. And each property owner that wants to be part of this program signs a document allowing us to hunt the property. We then put that in the list. John has the list, and I keep a list, and so we know how many properties are involved. There are also those that say, don't come near my property, I don't want you on my property. And that's fine, it's their property, so we respect that. And unless, of course, they call, which was what the one call that we got for the tree stand, they're not in our program and they don't want to be in the program. But as John said, we still help them by little things like that, taking the stand out that they didn't want there. Yeah.
I can tell you, just to finish up, Waynescott is so overrun with deer.
Yeah,
And turkeys.
like 40
It's
in one spot.
it's unbelievable what's happening in Georgia and off in Goose Creek, all through there. The deer from Waynescott are overflowing into those areas, and the numbers are up probably 100% in those areas, but they're not up 100% in Sagaponack. They're barely up. They're more stable because of what you're seeing. You're being pushed that way, and
Well, isn't Georgia an
association.
Yeah, association,
Yes,
where you could be if you had people ask you, stay away from
I'm
it?
bound by their request for me to not speak about it.
Oh.
So, is it being managed? Yes, it is.
Okay. Gotcha.
I appreciate your thoroughness.
No
They
problem.
signed an NDA, huh?
Yes. Yes, some people want it and some people don't. I have other villages that keep their program under the radar. And it's available to people that want it. If some people are really afraid of ticks, some people hit deer with cars. And rather than have one side argue with the other, a mayor may have that as a tool, you know, in his toolbox, that he can use it when he wants, but not advertise it openly. Sagaponack is probably the most successful program because you do advertise it. And I have a champion right here that when we have something we need, Brody's on. You know that. So it's the best way to do it, and we're able to manage it with the properties that we have. I'm not up here saying we don't have enough. We have plenty, as long as, you know, we remain stable. If I lose more we lost properties this year, but we didn't take that many less deer because those same deer were on other properties that I was able to harvest the same number just from a different property. So
Okay.
worked well.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
No.
I have a
Great.
question.
Sure.
Just identify
So
yourself.
stand up or stand?
Just identify yourself.
Elizabeth Kelly's 118 Fairfield Pond Lane. I have 4 questions if I could. Number 1, define sightings, who cites them and how you get that info.
Sure.
Number 2, I noticed on your
You know,
thing.
I'm gonna answer each one.
Okay, and I hope I don't forget my other stuff.
Okay, that's what I don't wanna do.
Can I say all 4 real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay. Number 2 is in 22, or if you go up to 21, the hours hunted doubled, but the number of deer killed is about the same. Number 3, can you define humane killing?
Mhm.
And number 4, I thought I read somewhere that there are salt licks that provide birth control. And I wonder if that's the case, would it be better to do that rather than killing these animals?
Understood.
Okay, and now I'll try to repeat them as you say. one
Sure,
at a
sure.
time.
And I respect your opinion, and
Yeah.
I've done a lot of talks and meetings with, everyone from PETA all the way to a DEC managed call. So I've spoken to all sides and I understand all sides. So your first question was
Fine sighting.
sightings. Okay, sightings per hour is defined by the New York State DEC. It's you seeing a deer, counting the deer, and you have to be in a sitting still location. You can't walk around and say, I saw 30, because you only saw 5. You saw the same 5, 6
If I'm
times.
sitting home and I see 4, having
Yes.
a drink one night, I would call you up and I say, I see 4 at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
6, 7 o'clock.
I mean,
Well, but you don't take it from.
no,
the
I'm taking these from the actual hunters sitting in the woods on stand.
Okay,
And if they sat on stand for 4 hours and saw 3 deer, that's 3 deer in 4 hours. You do the math and sightings per hour. So all the hours that the hunters hunt here, you're not billed for them. The hunters are volunteer, so they volunteer their time for free, and they get to get the deer out of it, so they're happy. And I add up all those hours and add up all the sightings, and the sightings vary based on. You could be sitting on the edge of a field and see 30 in an hour. I have to look at that and say, does that skew the data? And then I also have somebody say, oh, I saw 40 deer. The 300 before all of them saw 10. He sat there for 8 hours and saw the same 10 deer 4 times. And I'll ask him, did you see 3 females with 3 fawns, a spike and a 4-point? He goes, yeah, I saw 6 of them. So I've been doing this long enough. I come out of geologic engineering. A lot of what I do is science-based. So this is a science-based measurement set up by the New York State DEC, and I follow those parameters. So you sit still, you count the deer. When you're done with that time period, it's cut off, and you only count the number of deer at that time. Does that answer the questions of sighting per hour? Okay, and you can look it up under the state. We do that. Okay, question number 2.
let's go to the Salt Lakes.
Okay.
That have birth control. in them.
Okay, immunocontraception and birth control. Obviously, there's been many types of birth control in many types of programs across Long Island. The most recent one, I can give you, whether it's a salt lick, whether it's a darted gun, any which way you do it, it's still a immunocontraception. East Hampton did it with 122 deer about 13 years ago. And those 122 deer were tagged, and I keep track of them. I'm one of the few groups that still keep track of tagged deer anywhere on Long Island. North Haven did it, and so did East Hampton. I tracked those deer for up to 15 years. So those 122 deer, I had 2 sightings this year of deer that were almost 16 years old. So what happens is, whether you're using immunocontraception or not, the number of deer in Sagaponack is so high that even if every one of them is sterilized, these deer could be here at their numbers for 12 years. So it's
I
not,
understand it would
it's
be
not-
maintenance, would be- and
right.
and as you your graph showed, we're now in maintenance mode.
We're in maintenance for the number of deer that we take every year relative to the herd. And it costs about $1,000 a deer for immunocontraception. And here I think we're $177 or something like that. So I know it's hard to put money on emotion. I get it. So salt licks, I've never seen a salt lick with an immunocontraception. It actually works because you have males and females, and the chemistry in them is different. So you're not going to be able to do that. But there are immunocontraception options. I actually have veterinarians on my hunting staff that can actually do this at $1,000 to $2,000 a deer. We don't have a budget for that, but I have seen it. I have seen it used. And the biggest question was, are we trying to manage tick populations and car accidents? And immunocontraception manages deer populations. It doesn't manage that. And we have to manage deer population, car accidents, and tick populations carried by deer. So that handles one of the 3. And I may not answer your question
Can you
exactly.
do it anywhere?
Do I do immunocontraception anywhere? I follow other groups that do, and I watch the results. I don't do it here in Sagaponic. Other areas, again, I'm bound by some of the decisions we speak about their programs.
You don't, if we wanted to do it, you would not be the person we'd call for.
Yes, you would.
I would be.
And then define humane killing, we, as it exists.
Okay.
You what?
Define humane killing.
Oh,
I don't know if there's a definition. I can tell you that a deer taken by my hands is going to have a much more humane death than nature is going to give. And I see this, no disrespect, but you guys don't. I'm there in the middle of the night when a car hits a deer that's been there for 9 hours and no one knows what to do with it. I call it humane when that poor animal that's been suffering for 9 hours gets to be relieved from suffering. I call that humane. When you talk about hunting, the actual reason for an animal expiring is hemorrhaging. Okay? And when you hemorrhage, and these are facts that we talk about, when you hemorrhage or bleed, you basically fall asleep. The lack of oxygen to the brain is what causes the animal to literally pass out before it dies. I inspect all hunting equipment that is being used in Sagaponic. If it is not considered humane, I don't allow it to be used. I have an archery skill test that every single hunter in Sagaponic has to take. And 30% of the hunters fail. So if there's a hunter here, they've been tested by me and passed the test.
And the last question, so the number of hours have doubled?
Yes.
And the number of deer killed is the same? Is there a
Think
reason
about,
for that?
sure, when you hunt more, that doesn't mean you kill more deer. If the deer came through this room every day, and I hunted here every 5 days, I would get a deer. If I hunted here 5 days in a row, by the third day, the deer would smell your location and not come by again. If you look at the dates that happened, was it COVID? The 2020, what date was it, 2022? 2020?
It's gone, I don't know what was before, so you've been doing it for 10 years, so I'm
Sure.
not sure what the
Um,
six were before, but I just point that out.
Sure. When you, and it's this is great science data. When you increase the number of hours, it doesn't necessarily increase the number of deer killed. Otherwise, it would be, a very easy equation. So, I may have a hunter hunt an area that is poor hunting. He may sit for 8 hours a day and see 1 deer a day. Then the deer population, I may take that same hunter and put him in a different location and him see 30 by sitting on the edge of the field. So the number of hours hunted don't always necessarily represent the number of deer. But what I do, employ in this program is I don't care how many hours I have to hunt. I know I need 110 to 150 deer to stabilize the population. So I'll make more guys hunt longer to get to that number. So I have that throttle up and down.
My last thing, I know I'm taking too much and I'll stop, but the number of deer sightings in 19 is at its highest.
Mhm.
The number of hours used is less than half of the next 3 years, so it is a little bit of a
It's-
difference.
And
And 4 years ago, it doesn't really matter,
well,
but
4 years ago, we also had
Yeah.
bridge, we had bridge lane.
yeah,
We had the Galban field. We had large areas on
less deer fence too.
and there's a lot less deer fence. So you're counting a large open area where I can see 30 at one time in 2 hours. A lot of those areas have been fenced and those deer aren't in the open anymore. So you're seeing a lot less deer. It doesn't make it less effective because the corner of a deer fence is an incredibly effective location. I could be at 500, 560, we call it. We hunt that field, and you can see 25 a day and not get one. But if you're in an area where at the corner of a deer fence, you may see one and get one. So effectiveness with archery equipment does not depend on what you see. It depends on how close they are to you. And that's my job, to put a safe, effective deer stand in a location that will get a deer every 3 to 5 days, as opposed to seeing 25 deer every day and not getting a single deer. And that's my experience and how I deal with it.
thank you.
God, Elizabeth, going on and on. With that killing, no.
Do you have a question, Linda?
Doing. No, sorry, I'm just chatting here.
Okay, Linda, thanks, honey.
Thank you.
Okay, I love the deer.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're
John,
welcome.
thank you.
No problem.
Okay.
Wonderful meeting.
Very
See
thorough.
you soon.
Take care.
Rody, we have
And
about 35 more days before we get back out.
yes, I know, John. One day at a time.
right.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day.
Thank you for
so
the
much.
answers, appreciate it.
If you have more questions, you're welcome to give me a number and call me anytime.
Will do, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Monthly board meeting from May 20th, we have minutes to approve. I think they've been corrected.
Yes.
Anybody find something, anything else? No. Okay, I make a motion to approve the minutes of the May 20th meeting. And
Second.
All in favor? Aye. The special meeting, which I was not at, minutes look okay?
Minutes are fine.
Okay,
I'll make a motion for this.
okay. I have a
Second.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
Great, thank you. Southampton Town Police Report.
Coming up.
Okay, thanks.
So for May, there were 7 abandoned 911 calls. 1 accident and 1 accident with personal injury, 3 aided cases, 17 burglar alarms, 1 carbon monoxide alarm, 12 fire alarms, 1 medical alarm, 3 panic alarms, 8 ambulance calls, 1 either dead deer or animal complaint, 2 DWI arrests, 3 V&T arrests, and 1 check welfare, 6 code enforcement follow-ups, 1 domestic dispute, 1 hunter complaint investigation, 1 leaf blower ordinance or other. 4 other calls, I don't know what that means. 1 patrol follow-up, 2 lost property, 1 reckless driver, 4 suspicious incidents, 2 suspicious persons, 31 traffic enforcements, 1 traffic hazard, 1 utility wire, and 1 vehicle lockout. And any questions?
There's no questions.
Ask Brody.
Do you track the number of deer that are hit in Saginaw?
No. Not on these PD reports.
Yeah.
When we started the program, yeah, I think one of the animal wildlife people had told me that the number of strikes had gone down. I thought that's what I heard, yeah. Okay, thank you. We got a chunk of money from the New York State for last repaving project.
Well, what these are monies available to us under the CHIPS, Pave New York, Extreme Winter, EWR, something, and POP, which is potholes. So you'll see the monies under each of those, which I usually put in the reimbursement for. So
Right.
we have to do the work first, pay for it, and then we get reimbursed under this program. The next payment is July, so I haven't,
So it's
I did not get the information.
Is it a use it or lose it program now?
It is, no, it'll roll over,
Okay.
but we usually use it each year. There are 4 quarterly payment schedules where they pay out. So this is a July payout. I didn't get the information in yet, so we'll hit the fall payout. I think it's September. On the last project we did, which would be Town Line, I believe, would be the one.
Right.
And this money is roughly about 113,000, which is a little up from, because they did increase it in the state budget from last year.
Parking for the store. Had a letter from Jeff Tannenbaum. Nice idea, but we don't have the real estate to do it. I mean, we just took the sidewalk out because we'll scrap the sidewalk because the cars, the large vehicles were sticking out in the road. And I know there's more of a risk of people getting hit by walking behind the cars, but there's no room. Either you're gonna eliminate the parking and have all sidewalk, or you're gonna have people walk behind cars, and you just have to be careful. I mean, that happens all over the place.
I looked at it today and thought maybe there was a little bit of space, but like you said, the long vehicles poke out and half the time people don't know how to park.
Well, they don't, some of the people don't pull in far enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we have something else for that? It's later in the agenda, right?
No. It's right next on the agenda. So it's the proposed.
Oh, the curbing, yeah. Yeah, we looked at trying to extend it north on the west side of the road. And there's trees and signs, and this project, the curbing, changing the curbing and adding some spaces on the east side of the road to the south. All I can get done, and if somebody figures out, I don't want to cut any trees down, and we have to have signs. I don't think, to me, it just didn't look realistic to try to extend it to the north on the west side of the road, the parallel parking, that section.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we do this, we're not wasting money. All this stuff will never get redone. But if you want to do something up there later, or somebody figures out they want to cut down a tree or whatever, that's not affected by this because there's no curbing going in there.
Who owns the property north of the southwest side? West of the southwest side, where the hedge is, where we took out.
Weissman owns that property on the south side of the
Philippa?
store. Yes.
Maybe she could gift us 5 feet.
You ask her. What a cup of tea.
I mean, she would do something like that, I'm sure.
Well, go ahead, Karen, have a chat.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're on to assembly permits?
So
Oh,
the proposal in your packet for what Bill was just
Okay.
describing on the east side of that area, to take out what is now the old railroad ties, that's the curbing. So to take those railroad ties out, replace them with a Belgian block curbing, to take the area that you designated as no parking, which is just south of Amy Sullivan's driveway.
Yeah.
Because people park on top of the hash marks.
Yes.
To take that pavement out and make it a grass area.
With Belgian block,
With
curbing.
curbing,
Yeah,
Belgian
so
block.
people can't pull up and down.
And then
they can
down,
do it anyway.
then down south, to extend 2, 3.
Three.
Three
South-
parking.
Southwest.
The southeast,
Southeast.
east.
Southeast.
It goes in front of that other guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
but
there's the
no
Brasher
driveway.
and the Sullivan.
Yeah.
So, but it's village property.
Yeah.
So then to take out some of that grass and put 3 more parking spots down where the drainage was put in. So that's the proposal that you have before you. And the
So we're not really
cost
getting rid of.
to that would be.
We're not getting rid of any spaces.
No, we're at.
Right, so that
Yeah.
proposal is not to
Right.
remove any that are already existing, it is to shift them, actually to add them, because you took them away, you took 2 spots away up on that,
Right,
north side.
And this is diagonal, right?
yes,
Yes,
same pattern.
yes. So let me make sure I have the right one.
71-4.
Everything's expensive.
Are we gonna table this and see how the summer goes first?
You can
and talk about
absolutely
it?
do
That
that,
was kind of our agenda before,
Yeah.
that is fine,
because that's a big number there.
right, so we
And if
have,
we make different changes.
absolutely, you can do that.
I agree with that.
Okay.
To
Let's
look at,
table
you don't have to do it
Well,
right now,
it's
it
not
wouldn't get
gonna
done
happen
to the
now.
fall anyway,
This will
exactly.
be done after, when the traffic slows down.
Yeah.
After the beach season.
So-
Let's take it up in the fall and discuss, we may have different
We can
changes.
do that. No problem.
Okay.
But you can't, the thing is, David, you said take it up in the fall. This is a month to 2 month process of getting it done.
I understand.
So if you do it in the fall, and depending on weather, then we're backing up into probably November, or December. If you address it in August, then you're more likely to get a September, October project done. But just to let you know that time.
I just think there may be some additional issues we have after we see how the summer.
And it could wait till the spring.
Absolutely. But then it's better to do it in the fall, so we back up into winter as opposed to Memorial Day. And possibly,
Start soon enough.
you're absolutely correct. That therein lies the problem, because everybody thinks that way.
Assembly permit applications?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we
Sit back and
go.
put your feet up, because we got a pile.
Okay,
I did.
I wanted to go in order. Is it this?
I believe I put it in order.
Okay.
If I did not, my
Okay.
apologies. They were literally coming this morning.
So the Sagaponic Horse Show is at the Topping Riding Club, 58 Daniels Lane, and the event is July 15th, which is I don't know what the day is.
Here we do both of them, July 15th and August 5th.
There are a couple different
July
things.
15th is Wednesday, because that's our July meeting.
Okay, Wednesday.
And then the August 12th.
The time of the event is 7 a.m. to 5:30. It's 25 acres on 2 barns. It's equestrian lessons and boarding. The number of people expected to attend are 108 people for the event, 110 people. It's a 3-ring horse show, multiple classes in each. The number of vehicles expected are 55 to 60. There will not be a valet company. Parking will be on the property in the paddocks. There will not be security. There will not be a catering company. Refuse control is 12 large barrel cans strategically placed. There will be bathrooms, 4 porta potties, parking lot on the showgrounds, out back, portable toilets. No police, no highway, no building inspector. 3 speakers on the sound, announcing the class results. What's the second page? There's nothing. Oh, that was the second page. Okay. And then, so the parking is inside. So there's a second thing. I guess we'll do it separately. So I make a motion to accept this assembly permit.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the second one is on August 5th, which is also Wednesday.
These are annual events.
Yeah.
Umpteen
So they have more
One more
people,
time.
they have more people on this one, 138 to work it, so 138. Again, a 3-ring horse show. 110, not all at the same time as far as the vehicles that are expected. No valet, parking in the 3 large paddocks. 4 of the outback porta-johns, and the speakers to announce results. Any questions?
Nope.
I make a motion, we accept this assembly permit. for
Second.
Sagaponic Horse Show, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So then we have the Iovino private party on August 7th. They are on 9 Gibson Lane from 6 to midnight. It's a private dinner party. It's on 1.5 acres. It's a residence, and there will be 3 tents. Can they tell me the size of the tents? They do later on. Okay. 90 people attending with 20 to work it, so that's 110 people. They're expecting 40 guest vehicles. They don't mention help vehicles. There will be a valet company, People Pool Valet, and there will be security, People Pool Security. They do not require porta-johns for whatever reason. And there is, for the sound, the type of sound is a concert audio for band. The type of music is live rock and roll. The lighting is stage and tent lighting. The 3 tents, there's a main tent, 40 by 60, a storage tent, 10 by 20, and the back of the house is 16 by 48 tent. Generators, there'll be 2, one primary, one backup with 1400 amps. So parking will be, this is 9
Right.
Gibson Lane.
So the parking is gonna be down on Crestview for the guests, and the staff will be over on South Main Street at the White's property.
At the White's property.
Right, over by the field. So they'll park all the staff vehicles over there. And then they'll have the staff park, the guest park in Crestview, and they'll,
Where's the Gibson, where is the actual event?
The house is on the beach.
the
Oh, so
last
it's
house. on the-
Right next to the park, the driveway. down to the
Correct,
beach.
right, it's the last house on the west side or the right
Well,
hand
this is
side.
still Gibson Lane, right?
That is Gibson, that's
Yeah.
right.
So
yeah.
parking is gonna be on
No.
Gibson.
I already told them no.
Oh,
She didn't change this. I told her she's parking down in Crestview.
right here's
This little road is Crestview
okay,
down here.
Crestview.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is Crestview. I'm
Yes, right
sorry.
there,
Yeah,
Crestview.
she did not have that in the right spot because she's parked on somebody's front lawn. So
Okay.
they'll be parked on the south side of Crestview in front of the field.
I get that. What is this blue line?
That means the blue line is they're sending them over there. I don't know why she's got the blue line
Why are they
there.
going here?
I don't
They have to
know.
go down Gibson and around to get to the Whites?
Yeah. Ivy owns all this up here.
Oh,
So I don't know what this blue line is to be
Well,
honest
there
with
is a roadway in there.
There is, that's
Big
correct.
Trees Road.
you. Mhm.
Yeah, there is.
They
It
perhaps,
was on it last week.
yeah, they may.
So I guess they're
this
gonna go
way.
the back way.
Yeah, but that's where their, sorry, that's where their staff is parking over there.
All right, any questions?
You're-
Okay, I make a motion to accept this assembly permit.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is the Birthright Israel Foundation donor gathering. It is invitation only. and-
Carrie, I'm just gonna stop you
Yeah.
for 1 second. Mark? I'm assuming that you are in favor of the 3 applications that have already been approved, since I haven't heard you weigh in on them yet?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
It's invitation only nonprofit gathering, and it's at 544 Hedges Lane. The date of the event is July 31st, and that is probably a Saturday. I'm looking it up. July 31st is a Friday. Okay, July 31st, Friday. From 5 to 7. It's a private home,
I'm a neighbor and I got a nice letter from them.
okay?
It's planned, which is well.
Certified letter?
Yep.
It's on the house, and the guest house is on the property. There's a tent, but there's this one that doesn't give exact information that I think we should get.
Well,
They don't say the size of the tent.
that we have tent permits for them. It's a separate application. So at that time, whoever filled that out didn't know the size of the tents.
Okay, it's 100 to 120.
Just know that they do put tent applications in,
Okay,
which are processed through my office, through the town of Southampton fire marshals as well. So we send them all over there. The fire marshals go out, inspect the tents when they are put up.
okay, so we don't know the size of the tent yet. The number of people expected are 100 to 120. The number of people to work it are 4, but their totals are in 120 to 135. So somewhere along the line, they gained 10 people. The Description of the activity, the invitation-only nonprofit fundraising reception, including guest arrival, cocktails, light refreshments, networking, and brief presentations. The number of vehicles expected are 50 to 60. There will be a valet company, the People Pool Valet. There will be a security company, the International Security Associates. The name of the catering company is to be determined. The refuse to be controlled and disposed of by owner, which tells us nothing.
Well, they probably have their own garbage
Okay.
company.
Will the event require portable bathrooms? The answer is no.
A
And
big house with
Yeah.
a big piece of property.
no police, no town highway, no building inspector. They say yes to the question of music, whatever that means. They say tents, yes, 120 people. They say generators, yes, 6,500 volt. I think we need more information on that, no?
Like I said, we'll get all the information
From
for
the
the
10
10
people?
from the 10 people.
Okay,
Which also involves the generators because that is all comes into safety and they have to be placed in a certain area. So we require that also be plotted out where they put the tents and where they put the location of the generators.
okay, so 544 Hedges, staff will be parking, I guess, west on Hedges. Are those in front of
I
residences?
think they're in front of the fields.
The guest cars are in front of the fields,
Yeah,
and staff cars in front of residences.
I'll have to look to see exactly where that is, but that's usually what I require them to do, is to not aggravate anybody in the neighborhood and to park the cars where they're least disruptive.
Okay, well, it said what, 50, how many cars?
60-something.
50 to 60.
Yeah.
Does that,
Just rest assured that
I'm
I
wondering if-
work quite closely with the parking valet companies and make sure that they are parked where they're supposed to be.
I guess the number of vehicles includes the staff and the other?
Yes, yes.
Any questions?
No, I mean, you can see that the guest cars will be on the field as being at Lumbo is there. It's the south side, and it's from 5 to 7 o'clock at night.
Yep. Okay, I make a motion to go along with the permit.
Second.
All in favor? Mark, you in favor? Okay,
Thank you for your thumbs up, Mr.
next
Trustee
is
Landis.
the Consulman Engagement Party. This is to be held on July 3rd, which is a Friday, at 700 Hedges Lane. And that is on the corner of Town Line and Hedges, from 8 p.m. till 11 p.m. Engagement party, it's 1 acre, it's a residence, home pool, a small cottage. They say they'll have a tent, 100 people are coming. It says no people working at 0, but then they say 110. Is that a typo? Probably. Yeah. So probably 10 people are working.
Probably 10 people.
Okay, 110 people. I couldn't read this guy's writing very well, but anyway, it's an engagement party with dessert and dancing. The number of vehicles expected are 40 to 50. There will be a valet company called Michael Elko something. Can you read that? Parking along Hedges and Town Line. There is ample parking near Tree Farm on
So
Town Line,
that's the east side, that's out of the village,
and that's not us.
not us.
Can they do that?
Who knows?
That's their,
That's there.
That's
We
their
are gonna
road.
give them permission to park just just west of their property, which is a big verge in front of, there's a field,
Yeah, I know.
so.
They're gonna park there?
Right in here? Oh, right here.
Yes.
right across from the field.
Right,
Yeah.
right, just
There's
west
a
of their
map.
property.
I got it. I know exactly where it is.
And it's self-catered. Mickey's is the refuse department. There will be no porta johns again. I don't know what kind of tent it is. He doesn't give any information on the tent. There will be music. They don't give any information on that. There will be lighting in the tent. Do we need more information? Any questions?
This is a new resident within a year, just so you know. And the only issue I have with them, because I am a neighbor, is that they do park a lot on that side, the extra cars on our property, village property, on where they intend to put the parking. So
By the field.
by the field, they have a tendency to park an extra car there all the time. So that's my only issue that I
Parking
have.
is not limited or restricted in that area.
What do you mean? They can park there on that field?
There's no parking signs, right?
So anyone can park
They're getting special permission now to
there?
park.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
There is parking permitted on there? There's not there's no parking. I'm not sure about that.
I am sure about it.
parking is
There is no-
everywhere unless you see a
Right.
sign, right?
So
Yeah.
there's no restrictions to the parking on Hedges Lane at all.
Yeah, we didn't
Park in
restrict
front?
because usually it was beach parking was the problem, so that's why parking on some of the other roads.
There
close
is
to the
some no
beach.
parking on Town Line Road
Yeah,
down the way.
All down the west side.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
So I can park in front of my house?
Yes, you can.
village
Yes, do what you can.
property, village residents, they can use it.
Any more questions? I make a motion that we pass this assembly. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, goody.
Thank you, Mark.
Hey.
Thanks, Mark. Next is the oncologists on a mission. It's the Chemotherapy Foundation of New York. Let's see, they're going to have it on July 10th. Figure this out, but
It's a Saturday.
July 10th is a Friday. Oops, it's off that one. Okay, July 10th, Friday. From 5 to 8 on 142 Crestview Lane. No benefactors. It's a private residence. 75. I don't know what the writing is. 75 to attend and 13 to work it. There's 90 approximate invitation only. Meet and greet with renowned oncologists and other cancer medical professionals. 28 approximate vehicles, 28 and 13 staff. There will be valet company, RS Strategic. They will have on-site security, Rowan Sanford. No police, no town highway, no building inspector. They don't say anything about sound, music, lighting, tents, signs, or generators. Neighbors have been invited as guests. So the parking, let's see, what road was this? Crestview.
It's good for you. It's a house on the beach. It's a big property.
No, this one is down at the end. It's on the cul-de-sac.
Oh, it's,
It is on the beach.
the one to the right?
142 is at the end.
Well, there
Anyway,
are,
they're.
there's-
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at 143.
So they're proposing to park on the south side of Crestview along the same.
not in the cul-de-sac.
No, I don't allow them to
Yeah.
park in the cul-de-sac.
Okay.
It's too crowded.
It's
So Crestview, there's enough room for, how many did I say? 28 and 13 is 41,
There's a lot of space.
41 cars, okay.
Do they park on that cul-de-sac there? Rudy?
No, I don't allow them to park in the
So where they
cul-de-sac.
gotta park?
They'll park on the south side of Crestview,
Where the field is,
in front of the field.
actually, it's off of Gibson.
Yeah.
Any other questions? I make a motion, we pass this
I'll second.
lease permit, all in favor?
Right.
Mark? You're muted. Are you in favor of the oncologists on a mission?
Of course I am, yes.
All right. The next one is the Tahari Private Party on July 2nd. Oh, wait, is that correct? That's a Thursday.
That's a Thursday, that's correct.
Okay, it's July 2nd, Thursday at 3 Fairfield Pond Lane.
Correct.
Yeah, this one's on the beach.
So this one, the Taharis live right next door to 3 Fairfield. And the Taharis still have an open building permit. So they combined it with their neighbors, so now they've shifted it over to their, this is the one I literally got late yesterday afternoon and this morning. So they have now shifted to 3 Fairfield Pond. So.
This is the one at the end of the road at Fairfield Pond. And I think
Yes,
according to this, it's
down,
last house.
yes, and down, it was actually 1 Fairfield. I'm getting confused, I think it was 3 Fairfield and they changed the address to 1 Fairfield, it's the same property.
Okay, from 4 to 8. It's on 1.85 acres. A temporary tent of 40 by 100. 200 people are expected. Number of people to work at 25, so 225. Brief description of the party is the private outdoor party with catered finger food, live music, and dancing. Number of vehicles expected, 100. Will there be a valet company? Yes, it will be Chris Brioche. Security company is Hampton Ballet. And security. And will the event require porta johns? No. No, it's yes. I'm trying to make a joke here. 200 people, I hope they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, let's see, it's 4 portable units at perimeter of event provided by Norsec Cemetery. No town police, no highway department, no buildings. There will be, as far as the sound is concerned, portable speakers. The music is rock pop, the lighting, battery powered table lighting, tent, the 40 by 100. No signs, no generators. Parking.
We don't have a parking plan yet. This is one of the last minute ones. I did speak with Mr. Broche today. He is working on getting a plan. He hadn't been down to the property yet. I said, well, you better go down and figure out where you're parking your cars because you're
It's
down
tight.
on it. Yes. So stay tuned on that one. Again, I work very closely with them to get the right parking. You'll also notice that this particular proposed event or the placement of the tent is on the beach, which is fine. But to have a piping clover inspection before they put that tent up. So,
Who does that?
Southampton trustees.
All right.
No.
No?
Again,
Oh.
I will absolutely work with them
Okay.
because it's a July, it's July 2nd.
All right.
So there is no
It
hold.
will be subject to.
Subject to acceptable parking on your.
Parking and the piping clover inspection.
Right. Okay.
Any questions?
No?
So,
Mark?
I was just gonna say that there's 100 cars they're expecting, so,
Yeah.
yeah, and as you know, that's a tight road, Mark, down there.
yeah.
Fairfield Pond is really tight.
The cars are all amphibious.
And also, as far as that porta-john, I don't believe that's gonna end up on the beach, so that would be up on the property.
You're gonna tell them that, right?
Yes.
That's a lot of.
How are you gonna get porta-johns down on the beach?
They have many ways.
Yes, you're right. Anyway, so yes, subject to the approval of the parking.
So we're gonna allow this assembly permit, guys?
Sure.
Yeah, subject to the parking and Brody's approval.
Okay.
The trustees are okay with the tent on the beach?
Yeah, that happens all the time, but they just want to make sure that the piping plovers are not disturbed.
But I
What
just,
about
but
driving
I don't think
vehicles?
that's not, I didn't think that was their purview. the piping
It's
club.
not the town's purview, no, that's correct, not in this area. But I do bring them in to do the piping plover inspections, because I'm not going out there to check.
What about driving vehicles on the beach?
As long as they have a 4x4 permit from the town or the county, we allow them.
Will the tent be in the way is the question.
For someone that else not
Yes.
associated with, no, you can see where it's up against the dune, so they're.
High tide, Bob.
Well, they better put their little waders on.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Okay.
More parties.
Then we have a July 4th birthday party at 709 Daniels Lane from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And
Did you say 109?
709, 709. On July 4th, which is Saturday. I said 1 to 5. And it is 100 people, 25 to work it, 125 total. Dinner party with DJ and food trucks. Number of vehicles expected, 65. Will there be a valet company? Yes, people pool valet. The security will be Chris Rogers. You know these names?
I don't know Chris Rogers, but I do. But God bless you. Excuse me.
Refuse will be removed by the caterer. Required porta johns, yes. Lux Labs, 1 unit to be determined in the backyard, 1 portable restroom trailer. Lux Labs. No, he doesn't mention whether there's police, highway, or inspector. So I guess not. The sound is DJ. Music, there's no type. No lighting, I guess, it's not filled in. The tent is 46 by 65 Sperry. And there'll be 1 generator, and it doesn't say the size. Do you find that out?
Again, a lot of that will come in with the 10.
And the parking will be 709.
It's in front of the field. It's on the map there, it's on Daniel.
Yeah, keep going.
In front of the field, which is fine.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Staff parking on the other side of the street on the other field. Okay. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, make a motion to.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Who's the second? I'm sorry.
David.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
All right.
Okay.
There's a lot of partying going
There's a
on.
lot of partying going on.
Yep, absolutely.
So we have 2 parties on July 3rd on each end of Hedges.
Party time.
With David in the middle.
With David in the middle.
Yep. You're the referee.
Which one to go to,
I
David?
don't know, we got to go to the city for this one.
So you have a retirement letter from Pat?
Yep.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
It happens.
everybody moves on at some
Yep.
point. But,
Lovely
we need
lady.
A motion to accept that? Motion to
You're
accept
gonna make a
it?
motion, Bill?
Okay, I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
In favor, but not in favor, but what do you do?
All right,
There you
Yeah.
go. It's her prerogative.
Yeah,
We'll miss her.
okay, we have to rehire our auditors. Sadie and Partners, I'll make a motion to approve an execution letter of engagement with Sadie and Partners.
Second,
All in favor?
I have a question
Mm-hmm.
on the Remkus retirement, right? We rehire someone, do we go through the motions of putting it in the paper or? how
So
does that
there's a
work?
couple ways you could go. We have to hire off of civil service. So you can either get somebody in and that's already on the civil service list and you pull that over laterally. So that's basically stealing from another either school district or municipality, or you find somebody that is capable of the job, not on the civil service list, you hire them temporarily, and then they have
Take the test.
then they have to take the test, then you have to follow all the tests.
Okay.
Or
So
you just
you're supposed-
go straight to pull the civil service list, which I'm not sure there is an active one right at this moment. So, what I would do, to get somebody just out from the general public is to put an ad in the paper for the position.
Does that have to be posted in the opening have to be posted in the paper?
Doesn't have to be, but I can put it out there just to get people in here to interview them. But again, it is a civil service position that eventually is going to have to be hired off the civil service list.
I think initially the thought is to network. People know that there's availability and somebody may.
But
Where we are.
network still doesn't eliminate the civil service
No.
Right,
part of it.
right.
So, yeah. So stay tuned.
Okay.
Any feelers out in the harbor, so it's ready to
I mean,
go?
if you know of anybody, let me know. I'm
So when does she end?
open to
What
all.
day is she leaving?
July 2nd. It's in her letter. July 3rd, but July 3rd is a holiday.
So
So her last day in this office will be July 2nd.
towards that end, maybe we could talk, not here in this formal thing, can we do someone, we need to reward someone for 18 years of service.
We'll talk after the meeting.
I didn't get what it said at all. But anyway.
Reward somebody after 18 years.
Oh, rewards. Upkeep.
Okay, so we did the SATI, right, to the
Yes.
mayor?
Yes.
And then a second on that. Who did the second? I'm sorry. Who did this on the SATI?
Me.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So the new owners of the Old Stove Pub are applying for a liquor license. It originally had a liquor license, changed ownership, they have to get a new one.
Yeah.
They've been working well with the building inspector. They seem cooperative and I don't see
Are
there's
they
a
keeping
problem
the
with it.
same name?
I have no idea.
And you wrote also public.
No.
Well, so
We
you guys
would know
know
where
where
it
it
was.
was.
Okay.
That's why I put that there. We have encouraged them to continue with that name as probably as a DBA. They did ask about the sign and they want to refurbish it.
Oh,
So
good.
I'm assuming they will.
Yeah, it's a historic sign, I guess it's been, yeah,
We told them that
right, it's been,
grandfathered and.
Grandfathered
We're
in.
not gonna get it back if you
Right,
take it down.
right,
So
I have no problem with the liquor license as long as they're in conformity with all our codes.
Yeah, no,
They are.
they're supposedly working well with John, with their plans for the future. They're not trying to hide anything, subvert everything. So that's good. It's a good sign.
Okay.
It's
Mark,
not-
are you on mute? Mark, you're on mute.
trying to say.
I'm talking to myself again. Thank you.
Any comments on this, Mark?
I know these people and have met them several times. They have the right mentality and don't want to sort of upset the apple cart and are hoping to be here for a long time.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. So
Jean's Beach LLC.
Air conditioning, it's dead or dying?
no, it is
Leaking. It's
leaking. It is leaking
Yeah.
and it's
So
old.
it is dying.
It's leaking and it's old. It is
Yes,
dying. Yes, you're
right.
correct.
Okay.
So I had the Grants Heating, who are the ones that do our maintenance on our air conditioners, to give that proposal, and there's the proposal, $11,920 to put in a new system.
Wait, let's see. Oh, there it is.
Ain't nothing cheap.
Ain't nothing cheap.
Make a motion to authorize the expenditure.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And that will come out of the
Mark?
fund that you setup.
Redesign, okay.
for the Village Hall Fund. We don't need him. He's on mute again anyway.
Aye.
Okay.
And we're gonna looking to redo the parking here, get rid of the dirt, upgrade, put in more drainage, curbing, make us look, I'll just bring it up to date. I mean, we use the whole parking lot now. I think when it was originally done, we didn't want to spend money and,
Now
we
we
didn't
have
know
it.
how much we were gonna use, and we actually need a bigger parking lot, but it's all the land we got, so. We've got a quote on it, which is the low bid supposedly. So I'll make a motion to accept that bid, and eventually, I don't know, this will be done probably later in the year.
I'll second that.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it should be done in the fall, just,
Right.
so too many people.
Less pressure,
Yeah,
yeah,
because, the residents are out in the summer and they're, there's
Right.
more
In
business
and out.
in the hall.
Yeah.
And just to say, the engineering cost for the,
Driveway.
for the parking lot would be $13,200.
I saw that.
With the construction, proposed estimate of $78,589, and those two would be paid out of the new Village Hall Fund.
Okay.
So Bill made a motion, did I get a
Yeah,
second?
I seconded it. I went through the thing.
okay, so it's,
All in favor?
oh, okay. All
Aye.
in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I'll make that.
We'd be good. Thank
And in terms of paving for the end of this, in the fall, Sand Dune Court, it's fallen apart. It was the first road we paved.
That's off
Once.
Bridge Lane?
No, off
No,
of
off
Sag
Main
Main Street,
Street.
just before the beach, just before
Yeah.
Main
On
Sag.
the left.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they'll be happy to hear that.
Yeah, right,
It floods a lot.
yeah.
But I don't think it's either. It's basically in sand and water.
Yeah.
Any word on the pond when it's,
Did they,
It didn't do much of anything. I mean, I
let's
keep
finish
looking
this
at it.
What's the
and
question?
then we'll go to the pond.
And Poxabog Lane, that floods part of it periodically. And supposedly the engineer says they can rework that. I had some questions about it. I don't think we've gotten back on that, but he says in the winter, when it floods and then it freezes, it's a potential liability. And we have the money now to take care of it, so,
The Capital Highway Fund.
yeah. And we had a quote on that?
We did, I'm still digging
Yeah.
for Bill, I'm sorry, I've got a pile here.
So that does flood. I've been on that road. Is that in bad shape?
Is that
I
this?
don't think it was in that bad a shape, but to take care of the flooding.
That's-
You do so.
So, yeah,
That's the parking
All
lot?
right, here's Poxbog is, if you do a total, so LKMA's fee would be $17,700. No, that's not, these numbers are far greater than that.
Was that-
Construction cost of $177,000. Scoping work, 15, is that, I guess it could be. 5942, yeah. And final
194.7.
design. So the LKMA fee, 17,700, construction cost 177,000 for a total of 94,700.
this one, they actually have to do a lot of survey work to try to get the pitch right, whatever they're gonna do. I didn't quite understand how, I jumped it over, but
And that's just for Poxy.
yeah,
That's just for Poxbog, yes. And then Sand Dune Court, the total cost for LKMA would be 7,000, with a construction cost of 85,000, for a total of 92,500.
There's a big disparity there.
I think there's a lot, like Bill said, there's a lot of surveying and topo they have to do over on,
yeah, Sand Dune Ford, they're just gonna heal it, whatever they do to make the next layer stick, they do something to it.
That definitely.
But the engineering isn't much of anything. The only engineering, I think, is where it meets Main Street, and it always floods. There's like always a puddle there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a puddle there right now. Where it
And
meets.
there's a puddle in the middle of the road, down the road too.
Yeah,
before you make that right.
right, okay.
So is this good enough to fix all that?
Yeah, that's what he said.
All right.
We'll make a motion to accept these. We get them lined up to the wall.
So my only, Sandu, I have no problem with. This one seems just exorbitantly high for a piece. I don't know.
You just explained that.
Well, I think gold is very expensive, but it's prevailing wage, and I believe there's a list here has 2 other contractors' prices. And
Okay, there was.
this. I mean, that's part of their deal is she searches out, itemizes it, and then.
Right,
looks
all
at
this
the-
stuff is what he's gonna do right
Every
here.
contract has an itemized list of it, whatever, I think it's county, is it county?
This one I think is
Or-
county, yeah.
Yeah.
For epoxy?
Yes, I
And
believe it's
any of
county.
Yeah, I mean, once in a while, supposedly, we do use the town bid.
Correct.
Because some audit and out its bid, but typically they work off the county list.
And what's that do?
Every contractor has an
Really?
itemized proposal, yeah.
No.
So are we good with
As
this?
far
We'll
as,
just-
county, see, when Bill says county, the county contract, DPW, goes through the process of bidding out all of these itemized lists of things that you need to keep your highways up and running.
Right,
So we, as a village in that county, can use the county list to pull these line items off
mhm,
instead of us going out doing the bidding process.
mhm,
They've already done it for us.
Yeah.
So when we say county and town, that's what we mean. So that they've already done the process, they've already gone out to bid, they've already gotten the lowest price, and we use that contract for
Good.
this.
And it's on our engineer to itemize what we need to be done.
right.
And he just adds it up, yeah. So I'll make a motion to accept these 2 bids.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Lighting.
Let's just skip this stuff quick. There's a resolution here. We're not gonna pass a local law requiring people to use biodegradable utensils when they do takeout. Our establishments are already doing it. Sag Store already adopted doing, if they have somebody take utensils out, typically people, in the past it's been plastic and now it's some kind of biodegradable forks and spoons and straws. And Town Line Barbecue already does it. I don't know where else. Anyway, we're just going to endorse the policy that people have already adopted.
Right, so is everybody clear on what this program is?
I don't know that Town Line Barbecue does that.
Well,
Well,
the thing is that this,
because they have they're owned by an East Hampton outfit, which is already signed on to it.
the
Yeah.
program, as you can read in their little flyer there, the food establishment would not automatically put the forks and knives and whatever packages of mustard and stuff like that into the to-go bag. The customer would have to ask
Choose
for
it.
them.
Or ask,
Correct.
So
So-
Talon does it. I ordered last night from like
And they
19
just-
cents.
And you didn't get it. So Town Line is also, they have a restaurant in East Hampton. So East Hampton Village and Sag Harbor Village actually passed a law that makes it mandatory that you work in that manner.
you have to ask.
Southampton, right, Southampton Village did not pass a local law, but they have endorsed this program and encourages their food establishments to follow this program.
Mhm.
We were asked to support it in some manner. Bill and I chatted about it. We thought that the best way to do it is support it like Southampton Village does, instead of having a local law that we have to go through and put it in our code. We've only got 4 establishments. Sagaponic Store, which is already involved in it and promoting it. Town Line Barbecue, which is doing the same. The other one would be Loaves and Fishes. We're not sure about them. We don't know. And then once Old Stove Pub opens, they would also be it. So this resolution
What
that you
about
have,
Foxy Bottle?
do they do takeout? I don't know if they do takeout.
They do take it.
Okay, then that would be a 5th
okay.
one. Sorry, I missed that one. But that would be something that the board would endorse if you want to promote the program. You could do this resolution, which I will send off to.
I would. I think
I'll
it's-
endorse, skip the
I think it's not
stuff.
a code. I think we should endorse it. I agree with that tag.
And just know that
That's
Anna
right.
Welker, who is at the county level that endorses all of this, could not be here today to give you, support it and everything, but she does support it. So
Yeah, no, I think we endorse
that's
it.
the
That's great.
whole spiel.
I'll make a motion to accept this resolution or make this resolution.
Yes.
Have a
I'll
second.
second that.
To the record. It says we should support it.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Endorse it.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay.
Well, the lighting, there's been stuff kicking around about that. And, it looks pretty good. It's kind of simplified a bit,
So-
but,
The board has not gotten
right.
the draft yet. The board draft came out the other day from the village attorney to Bill, to myself. John and I looked at it. I apologize because I just have not had time because I wanted to put the comments from John in the package so you guys could see the whole package and then you could add, subtract, whatever you wanted to do with that package. So I hopefully will get it up by Monday, perhaps tomorrow, but I can do it on Friday. We're actually closed on Friday, but I won't be here because it's election day. So I promise to get it to you by Friday.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's a post, some kind of flyer from Dark Skies or something, which I thought, the four
I'll send
lights.
all of that to them. Yeah.
And it could be, if we like this, I was going to suggest that we have several lights out in the parking lot. And we might change rebulb them and we could actually see what some of the building inspectors suggested, about quality of light that come, like they have, what was that term? Some light is very bright.
Kelvin.
Kelvin. Yeah,
No,
how it's
That's
different.
the very bright one?
No, Kelvin is the color of the bulb. So there is a rating.
Soft white or
But it's a
Yeah,
number.
kinda like
It's a
that,
number,
yeah.
right?
I
Exactly.
like soft white.
Yeah, right.
But it's the number of the kelvins that produces either the
Okay.
bright or the.
Yeah.
Well, we could actually experiment, have some of our lights done and see the difference.
Yeah. I would just like to know the minutes that we're working on.
Right.
on the new process.
Yeah.
You'd like to know what? I'm sorry.
I would like to put in the record of this meeting, the minutes that we're working on.
Oh, absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes. correct. Yes.
I've been asked that.
And we're aware of that. I did just get it the other day and it was,
We'll forgive you.
thank you.
So financials, things are going well. The village office is frugal. We've had revenue from various sources. All that stuff is working out quite well. No fires. No problems. We only have one bill to pay.
Yeah, and I have to I'm looking at my agenda here that I have 2627 property tax collection, which I did not put in your packet because right now it's not going to pull anything because they're not delinquent yet. So, and if I was going to give you the report of everything paid, it would be volumes.
Yeah.
But so you'll get that in after July 1st. But we do have, as you can see, one arrears, and that is John Birch at Wyeth for his two properties on Montauk.
And how long is the?
Well, he's had for a year because he got his bills June of 2025 and he has not paid them yet. So now he's got his June 26 bills. He still hasn't paid them yet.
Eviction.
So I have attempted, Abby sends out each month a delinquent letter. We send them out certified. We've spoken to.
When do we put a lien, the lien on?
Well, there is a lien right now because he has not paid that property
And
tax.
is there late fees?
Sure.
At this point in time, usually with the town, when you go into arrears, it automatically goes to the county. The county makes the town whole. That doesn't happen on the village level. So we hold the taxes and we then reap the benefit once they pay it of the 12% per year. however, they have to pay for us to reap that benefit. I've had it in the past, and we've cleaned it up. But I don't know what his issue is. He hasn't, I've sent his emails and he usually responds back to me, but he has not yet. So I will still pursue it. And keep my record straight.
Right.
Well, before we go, I just have one quick question. So we have the new village hall fund here. We're obviously doing a new air conditioner. Is there anything else that needs to be done?
Well, we're doing
Driveway.
air
Besides the
conditioner,
parking lot?
right, parking lot and the air conditioner, so that knocks out a good chunk of our 150,000. We do
Okay.
have to get this ceiling looked at,
And we need to do the
and we
doors.
need to do these doors here.
Great.
So, and I mean, I'd like to have the building painted at some point too, but that's not, the building's not gonna fall down if we don't do that. So that may be that we'll probably go through this
The same.
150,000 pretty quickly, and then we would just replenish it next year. So we have to wait. But right now, we're doing the parking lot and the air conditioning.
Make a motion. Go ahead.
Did you want to say something, Mark?
No, I just was going to reiterate David's door issue.
Gotcha, yes. I agree.
Yeah, to do that, so.
Make a motion to expend from the general fund the amount of $50,430.46.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Organizational meeting will be July 6th at noon here at Village Hall. The next monthly meeting will be July 15th at 3 p.m. here at Village Hall. Do we have any public that would like to make a statement about something?
We lost all our publics.
Lovely.
Oh,
We lost Liam, we lost
Dropped out.
Linda, but Elizabeth is still here.
yeah,
The last man standing. Nope, nothing.
okay.
That's it.
And just to remind everybody that election day is Friday, noon to 9 voting.
Okay. Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Noon
Thank
to
you
9.
for
Yep.
signing in, Mark.
Have a good day.
Oh, thanks for coming by.
That door doesn't need to be.
Push it. There you go.
I don't wanna